Guys, Dino Vinyl Times. Going to make a video for Aekastar's 100 plus subs contest. Congratulations, Aeka. Great to get her plus 100 subs. I know obviously your channel's really good. I do watch the videos as and when you post them, and yeah, I look forward to when you do get a video out, and I look forward to what you show. So congratulations on that. So for your contest, you wanted us to show. Or draw, I should say, a album cover of our choice. So I'm no artist by any stretch of the imagination, but I thought I'd give it a go, put a bit of effort in. You know, this is a contest. This is an important thing, so you've got to make a bit of effort, I reckon. So here goes. This is what I drew. Yeah, okay. I drew Velvet Underground and Nico's Andy Warhol. Unfortunately, you cannot peel this one. But yeah, I gave it a go, you know, threw a bit of colour in there. Like I say, I'm no Van Gogh, or Andy Warhol for that matter. But yeah, I thought I'd give it a go, so I hope that's sufficient. And it's actually written on my lecture notes because I didn't have any white paper. So, university lecture notes. Okay, yeah, that's cool, so that's that. Hope that's sufficient. Next up, you wanted us to use our name, spell out our name in album titles. So I was going to use Dino Vinyl Times, but I just thought there was too many letters and it might sort of drag on a little bit. So I just used my real name, which is Dino Barkham. So I couldn't even get my own name out then. It's just a bit wrong. So yeah, Dino Barkham I've done. So first album I've gone for The Jam, Digging the New Breed. This is their live album. That's pretty cool. So D for D. Next up, bit of the Rolling Stones. Emotional Rescue. That's pretty cool. Next up, a bit of Roxy. So Roxy Music and Avalon. So DEA so far. Still with a price on it. Next up, Mr. Noel Gallagher's High Flying Birds. Self-titled album, so I'm going to use the N for that. So yeah, one of my favourite albums at the moment. I love it, I love it, I love it. And then in the back there is the 12-inch single, A Dream On, which has got the Orpheus Andromedus remix, which I've talked about, which I love. But yeah, love that. Next up, my favourite band of all time, Ocean Colour Scene. This is a self-titled album as well. This is Ocean Colour Scene, Ocean Colour Scene. It's their first album from 1992. Not one of the best albums. I do like it, but it's certainly not their best album. Even the band say that this is not their first album. Highly overproduced, rushed, and yeah, not what they wanted to produce when they went out, but they were pushed by their record label at the time to really get something out. So, but yeah, it's just nice to have as a part of the Ocean Colour Scene collection, and this is their first album. It's the first album LP that I own of theirs. I've got a lot of EPs and singles, but their album's actually quite expensive, so it was quite nice to eventually get a hold of this, and I didn't pay too much money for this, but yeah, I'm really happy to get this. Super happy actually. So I'm going to use that for over Dino. Next up, well, basically what I'm trying to do really is kind of, with the albums themselves, is not kind of just pull some random stuff. I wanted to show what kind of music I'm into as well. So hopefully this gives a kind of good idea of what I really like. So with that in mind, next up, this is BDI's B. This is the deluxe version I got for Christmas from my wife. This has a nipple in it, so I'll just cover that up because we know why that gets you in the VC. So apologies to anybody that's offended by nipples. Tim Guthrie will know what I mean. Okay, so yeah, that's BDI's B for Barkham, Starter Barkham even. Next up, classic album, A, Abbey Road. Not my favourite Beatles album, but still very, very good. I'm really enjoying it. I know there's a lot of people talking about the Beatles at the moment. Obviously it's the celebrations, the 50-year celebrations in America. So yeah, that is Abbey Road. Next one, is one of the first albums I bought when I first started collecting, and I was really happy to find it because it was quite cheap. This is Pete Townsend and Ronnie Lane's Rough Mix. Great album this is. I didn't even know they did stuff together before I started collecting records. So this was a great little find, and this only cost me like €3 as well, so it was pretty cheap. But I really enjoy this. I really like the artwork on it, but the album is great as well. I love Johnny Lane, obviously Pete Townsend, sort of one of my heroes. So yeah, that was really cool. So that's Rough Mix R. Next up, one of 3 copies of this I have now. This is Kinks, or Kinks, yeah, Kinks K, Kinks Kink. Yeah, I got this is the original first press. This is pretty beat up. I got it off eBay because I wanted an original copy. But yeah, it was alright. It's in a nice flip back. It's pretty cool actually. It's alright. It's got somebody's name, Pete Thompson, written on it, but that was cool. And then the day I actually won this, I had another copy come up for sale, and I picked that up. It's in slightly better condition, this one, so that was pretty cool. And then this one, this is my 1981 re-release, Spanish re-release copy. So I now have 3 versions of this, all called King's King. So that's K. So KH for Bark Ham. I'm going for a bit of Del Shannon. Hats off to Larry. This is a recent find as well of mine, but I love this. This is brilliant. This really brings me back to my childhood, listening to it with my old man. I'm a big fan of Del Shannon. I wanted to sort of crowbar him in there somewhere, so yeah, that's cool. Del Shannon. Hats off to Larry. Next up, we have Procol Harum, A Whiter Shade of Pale, the album. I haven't really listened to a lot of this, and this is again one of the first albums I bought. I just haven't really got around to listening to it, so I must make a concerted effort to put it on and spin it. So I'll actually put this aside and make sure I get a good spin of this. But yeah, it's pretty cool. This is a German press as well. This is on the Fly label, 1967 Cube, label, but I think they were a part of Fly, if I'm correct in saying. Yeah, it's on Cube Records, but I think they were a subsidiary of Fly Records, or I have some connection somewhere along the line. So that's that. So that's A, and then last but not least M, and I've gone for the Smiths Meet His Murder. Yeah, good Smiths album. Again, not my favourite Smiths album. The Queen is Dead is my favourite Smiths album, but this one's pretty good. Everybody likes it, I think, if you're a Smiths fan. But I just prefer Queen is Dead. But I like the artwork on this. So that's what I picked this one. M. So yeah, that's Dean O. Barkham in album titles. So that's that. So you wanted to pick an album from the year of 1981. Well, I was actually born in 1981 as well. So first off, I thought, well, what was number 1 the day I was born? My birthday is September 13th, 1981. And on that day in the UK anyway, Tainted Love by Soft Cell was number 1. And this is the album, it comes off of Non-Stop Erotic Cabaret from 1981. This is not, I'm not a massive fan of Soft Cell. Obviously I had it because I bought the album the album wasn't number 1, it was just the single that was number 1. The number 1 album I think was Meatloaf's, it's not Bat Out of Hell, it was another Meatloaf album, similar at the same time. I'll come back to you on that one. But I just thought I'd show this one, because I don't have that Meatloaf album anyway to show. But the single Tainted Love was number 1 the day I was born in 1981, so I thought I'd show that. But I wanted to show my favourite album of that era. Now, this album was released in 1980, but it was the biggest selling album in the UK for the whole of 1981. Because I think it was released quite late into 1980. So, REO Speedwagon in High Infidelity, which I just love. I think it's a brilliant album. I remember listening to this as a kid on tape that my mum and my dad had in the car, and we used to listen to this quite a lot. And yeah, love it, absolutely love it. All the classics on there. I think a lot of people know this, but I just wanted to show. I know it's technically a 1980s album, but biggest selling album of 1981 in the UK. So I just wanted to show that one as well. Cool. All right. I think that's it. I think that's what you wanted. So. Like I say, congratulations again on your subs. Hope your channel keeps growing from strength to strength, and look forward to your next videos. Congratulations. Cheers, Aiko. Bye.